Hey guys, this is Sam from the Privateers team again, and we're coming at you with the second video about how to use the event editor, and the theme of this one is about event branches. Event branches are what you use to go between different locations in an event instead of just staying in one place. So let's just jump in and take a look. So here's the same event that I had made in the previous episode where we looked at just how to make a general event. So now I'm going to make some changes here. I'm going to go into this response that I had linked back to the same action, and I'm going to add an action result here and delete the old one so that now I've got a new node if you take the bottom. And in actions, I'm going to set it to branch event. And then I've got to give it a branch name. This is any name that you want. This is just used for finding the branch. So my test branch here. And now this is going to branch out, and then whatever I put after the end here is going to be what happens when I come back from the branch. So I can add a dialog that says, well, I'm glad we got out of there, right? And then add a response, and in this response I can also just say, yep. Okay, and that will end the event there. So then, now we have this branching action here. So now, we're going to go up to our top menu bar here and create a new branch. So, new branch. Bring it down here. A branch is a lot like an event start, but it has less parameters. And the name that we give it must map the name that we picked here. So we can copy the name over my test event branch, and then we can put it at a location. So now what locations you can put it at, this is defined in the OneNote. So if you go to the OneNote, there's one of the pages called Scene Locations, and this has a list of sort of places that we've created, and this list will grow over time. But right now, let's say we want to go to a crypt. So then we can copy random crypt. Let's put this off. So it's going to be at random crypt. If the crypt is inside or not, you want to set this. This changes how the ambient noise sounds. Crypt is in, and like how the background is, whether there's water or not. So yes, the crypt's inside. Bind crew we don't want. Force on ship we don't want. These are sort of special parameters. I wouldn't worry about them. Add return portal, true. This is whether we want there to be like a little glowing object that allows the player to leave the crypt. For story purposes, we might not allow them to leave until some later point, but for mine, I'm just going to allow them to leave. And then we need to add a start dialog. Say something. It's dark in here. And then add a response. I agree. Okay, so let's save that, and let's go ahead and test it out now, and see if this does what we think. So, where is Privateers? Okay, we'll start up Privateers. And then we're going to run a test event. That's already configured, so start. And here I'm going to pick the bottom option that says sounds like a good idea, and now you notice, okay, we just changed location to the crypt. And now if we walk around in here, this is going to be an empty crypt. I didn't add any enemies or anything here, so there's nothing interesting in the crypt. But now we're at the crypt. And if we go back, because I told it to add the return portal, right? So if I go back next to this thing and click return, that allows me to go back. And now I'm back here. Well, I'm glad we're out of there. That's the dialogue that came after the branch. Yep. And now we're just back to whatever was left before we finished here. So let's save and exit. So that works, right? Another thing that we can do is we can actually branch again. So I'm actually going to put us, so I'm going to take us out of, the crypt is kind of large, so I'm actually going to put us in the arena, actually the small arena, because this way it's small, and I'll be able to find anything that I place in there. So another very important thing is what we call objectives. So you can see in the scene location, I can add characters to the scene. I'd use this to put enemies in there, or I can add objectives. I'm going to go ahead and add an objective, and there's various objectives. Chest or ways to go to another, like a portal to another branch. So I'm going to add that. So I'm going to add a simple portal, and from this I can go to another branch. So now we can even create another branch here. We can call this portal branch, and then this name has to match the name that we put into this objective. So simple branch, and the tooltip, go somewhere else. This is what we'll display if you hover over that little sparkly portal thing. And this is going to take me, let's see, where do we want to go from here? We can go into the cellar. And it's inside, and we can add a return portal. And here I'm going to add another objective into the cellar, this time a chest. And I want the chest to drop 6 random items. It's a very good chest. Then add a start dialog. How did we get here? Add a response. I don't care. Open the chest. Okay, so now we should sort of be able to branch 2 tiers deep. And we're showing, and what else we can do, like in the arena, here in this small arena, we can add characters. Let's add 1 skeleton lord. Okay. And then, okay, so now we have sort of this 2 deep branching. Let's go and test it. See if it works how we think. Sounds like a good idea. Okay. Oh. This. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I guess the, now it was supposed to take me to the arena. Why did that not happen? I hit save. Maybe I didn't hit save. Let's try one more time. Still didn't work. Maybe I need to restart it after. Let's restart the game real quick. Maybe it doesn't pick up the new file unless I restart. Sorry about that. Test event. Okay, now we're in the arena. Okay, so I guess when you make changes to the event, you do have to restart privateers for it to load the new file. I'll look to see if I can make that better. So I agree, and now you'll see we have this return portal, but we have another one called Go Somewhere Else, and we also have a skeletal lord here. So I'm going to go somewhere else. Alright. And now we ended up in the cellar. And there should be a chest in the back here, because I added the chest. Here it is, and if I open it, 6 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, there you go. Here's some various ways that you can go between multiple locations. And then, yeah, I can do the return portal. And oh, the skeleton lord got small. That's a bug. Better write that down. Okay, but you guys get the idea. So that explains branching and also how you add objectives into a scene. Like with return portals, you can also use the action. So for instance, in this small arena, I could say return portal false, and then off of this response, I can add an action result. And from this action result, I can give it the type add return portal. So that would mean that I wouldn't allow the user to leave this branch until some sort of sequence of events have happened. So I can keep them stuck there if I want to. That's another technique that you can use with the branches. And for these objectives, like some interesting ones, like the cave entrance, if you're on an island, or like the shore, you can add a cave entrance that you go from the shore into a cave. It's the same as the simple portal that we just showed. It's just aesthetically looks like a cave entrance. So you can use that. All right, thanks for watching this about how to use event branches. And we will have another one that goes into some of the deeper concepts of events next.